Hi, this is trepacer. I'm gonna have to borrow a page from my good friend Sammy Falagar 517 and do a little mini rant. Uh, as you know, I made a video last night because I had to work last night overtime, and I had to work most of today overtime to do a job. I had to help. I work my job. I work. I'm a lead print operator, and I work in Hoboken, New Jersey, for this outsourced company, which I'll remain nameless. But I've been working there since 2004. Anyway, the thing is, it's a two-man print shop, and the guy I work with was off Thursday and Friday. So what happened? To explain the situation about this rant is Thursday. I was called into my boss's office or a cubicle, rather, and the New York print shop, because I work in Hoboken, but they have a New York print shop for this company as well, and they said they had this big job coming up that they wanted if we could do 250 sets of something, like copies, so for them. Excuse me. And they were supposed to get the file that night, and of course I said okay, even though I was in the midst of completing 85 posters that had to go out Friday, and the guy, like I said, the guy I work with was off, but I told him I'd do it, and we were expecting the file to come that Friday morning, well actually Thursday night, but it didn't. When I came in Friday morning, the file still wasn't there, and then they said it was going to come, but it didn't come. And later in the day, we found out, my boss called me again into our cubicle and said, well, listen, the job's not going to come until after 5. How do you feel about working overtime or maybe even working Saturday? I said, well, not particularly, but I said, you know what, okay, I'll be a team player. I'll work. I'll come in and I'll stay Friday night, and I'll come in on Saturday and do that because they asked, So I last night, well, actually yesterday, we were waiting for the file. It was supposed to come after 5, but of course it didn't come after 5. So I was still waiting. I told my boss before she left that I would stay till 7 just to see if, maybe, the people that were doing the job would, get to us, before 7, and then I would make a sample of it and then run it to New York on my way home. And then that way, when I came in Saturday, I could just start running the job. Now, what happened, of course, is that just before 7, I heard from the New York office saying that they got the file and that they're going to send it to me so I can make samples for them and then run it by, and then they'll let me know if it's good, and then when I come in Saturday, I could just start running the job. But as usual with most things, that didn't work. 1 hour passed by, okay, from 7 to 8, nothing happened. 8 to 9 happened, okay, and again, no call from New York or anything. I think I almost literally fell asleep in my chair waiting for them to call to say, okay, here's the sample file, go print the proof copies and bring it over and then go home. But of course nothing. So then I called my boss and told her, what had happened. And she said, listen, I told the guy to send you before 7 when he got it, to send you the sample so you can, the original file, so you can make the copies. And that didn't happen. So she told me, you know what, you're not going to stay there all night. Go ahead and go home, because especially if you're going to have to work on this job tomorrow anyway, go home and so you can, get up to come in on Saturday. So I said, okay, I'll go home. And then I called that guy and told him, listen, I was waiting for you, but I said, I got to go home. I got to, go to sleep so I can wake up to come here and run the job for you. So I said, well, listen, we'll just run the job on Saturday morning and have the guy bring it over on the train, and just New York, Hoboken and New Jersey's one quick train ride, a 15-minute train ride away from Manhattan, and that's what we did. Now this is the bitchy and rant part about which I'm going to go into right now. Now we did the job, we ran the job. Now, granted, the guy I had helping me works with facilities. He doesn't work in the print shop or doesn't even work in the mailroom. Okay, but he, when they found out that I was going to have to stay by myself on Saturday, he volunteered, which he didn't have to do, to come in on Saturday and help me with the job, which I truly appreciated, and much kudos to you, Howard, for helping me. And but like I said, he has no experience really working in the print shop, but he helped me, and basically we had to put these 2 books together, okay, run tabs, and it was not that complicated a book, but we had to put these 250 binders together, and then get it, then take it back to New York. Now, like I said, granted, it's me and Howard who doesn't really have print experience, and to be perfectly honest, he wasn't going as fast as I guess, as he wasn't going as his speed wasn't as fast as it could be, but that's I can't bitch about that because he came in and helped, So anyway, and the job, we didn't actually start running the job, even though we got there at 8 o'clock until 12:30 when he came back from New York with extra supplies that they gave him, and extra paper that they wanted the job run on instead of running it on the paper we had. The job has to be run on their paper. It has to be run with their tabs. So he basically loaded Howard down with more stuff to carry over. And when you came over, then finally when you got there, I started running the job again until like almost 1:45. Okay, and then the job, I think we finished printing the job around 2, a little bit after 3 probably, started running the job. So then we started manually pulling the book together. Now, this is where I'm going to bitch about, okay, because we're doing the job, and he's calling, the guy from New York is calling every time and saying, how's it going, I'm giving him updates. I said, we're doing the job, we're going along, we're at this point, we're at this point. He's still calling and bitching. And until finally, I think around 6 or 7, around 6 something, he goes, what's taking long? The job should take. I said, wait a minute, he said, the job shouldn't take that long. What are you doing? I said, well, yeah, we're manually pulling it together. Me and Howard, we're putting it together. He said, oh, no, that's unacceptable. It shouldn't take that long to do. It's unacceptable. And I was about this far away from telling him to go fuck himself. Excuse my French. Okay? Because first of all, I'm doing you a favor. Okay? I didn't have to volunteer to do the job. And against my better judgment, I said yes, I would help them. Okay, so I stayed Friday night for 2 hours. It would have been 3 hours if I didn't have the brains enough to call my boss and tell her, listen, this guy got me waiting here 2 hours, and then he told me wait, give me another hour. So basically, let me wait, twiddle my thumbs for 3 hours, and no sample book got printed. So when I came in on Saturday, we had to print the sample books and then have it sent to New York for their approval. And again, which delayed us printing the job for about 4.5 hours. Whereas if we would have made the sample on Friday night and they would have approved it, then we could have just came in, on today and just started running the job, and it would have been out of there probably around 2 something, around 2, because it probably would have took about 2 hours or something to run it, and maybe about another 2 hours to put it together. Maybe 3 with, because Howard's not that fast, but that's not a big deal with that. But basically, like I said, we're doing him a favor, okay? And then he has the nerve to bitch when he made me wait 3 hours yesterday, almost 3 hours yesterday, and then wait another 4.5 hours before you gave me the job. Before we can start running it, and then you get pissed off that we, that we're running, that we're taking our time and putting the job together. You're getting pissed off at the manner that I'm doing this favor for you, okay? F you, okay? And I called my boss, and I told her, my boss is cool, and I told her, I said, listen, Robin, okay, I was about 2 seconds away from telling him to go fuck himself, because if I'm doing you a freaking favor, how the hell can you try to bitch at me and tell me this is unacceptable? First of all, you're not my fucking, excuse me, first of all, you're not my freaking boss, okay? So I don't report to you, so I don't give a crap what you think about anything, okay? And I'm doing you a favor. So I know for the next time when they have a job and they can't complete it, you call over there and ask me, I'm going to tell you, listen, go ask Robin, okay? I'm going to tell her. I said, listen, Robin, I've done this twice, and this is the second time that they whine and complain about the way we did a job when we basically were going out of our way, to do them a favor, okay? Because I think, and count on one hand the number of times we asked them to do us a favor or run a job for us, okay? And for him to whine and say, oh, this is unacceptable. Screw you with the unacceptable. First of all, you're not my boss, okay? Okay, first of all, and I'm doing you a favor, okay? So just be happy that I'm doing it for you and shut up and take it, okay? Okay, because for the next time, I'm going to tell her, listen, I'm not doing it, okay? Let them run the job themselves, okay? Since they don't like the way we run the jobs, and it's unacceptable to them, then let them run their own job. Okay, I'm done, and I'm telling Nelson, the guy I work with, when I come in on Monday. Okay, you tell him, listen. Okay, if you're gonna ask us to do a favor for you, don't whine about the way we do the favor for you. That's like you getting ready to get eaten by a shark, and you ask me to save you, and then I save you. Then you whine about the way I saved you. Okay, just shut up and be grateful that I saved you. Okay, I came in on my day off and spent almost 12 hours in that freaking place. You know, okay, running that job for you. So you just take the job and shut the F up. Okay, and I'm done. I'm done with this. And I told my boss, and she kind of calmed me down a little bit. But I wanted to vent a little bit more. Okay, because I was so close, and we had to drop the job off, and that's another thing. We had to, we had a town car. We had to load up the town car. First of all, we had to wait like 40 minutes for for them to send us an SUV, something that was big enough to put all the boxes that we had to carry over to in New York, to take over to New York. But and the dude I was working with today, Howard, he got in the SUV with the material, and he went ahead, and then I got into another SUV and followed him behind. I was going to help him unload. I was going to be professional, like Rob. Rob, my boss, told me, Rob, she said, be professional when you go over there. And I was going to be professional. I wasn't going to bitch it. I was going to speak. I was going to hold my tongue, even though I wanted to bitch to holy hell. But I was going to hold my tongue. But what wound up happening is that the taxi, the town car driver got kind of lost. So by the time we caught up with Howard and the SUV and the stuff that was already unloaded, and then I waited a little bit, and then Howard came out from the building and said, "Oh, I figured I got lost." He said, "Well, it's better you didn't see him anyway," and which makes me think he'd have opened his big fat mouth, and I might have punched him in his face right. I'm sorry. Well, I might. I mean, that's not okay. I don't want to let this get to me. I don't like to complain and whine about stuff. Okay, and I'm gonna try to forget this. Enjoy the rest of my weekend. And I was really seriously thinking about taking Monday off. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that to screw them. Okay, and I would do that to the guy I work with. So I don't know if I want to. Maybe I'll make up my mind tomorrow, or I'll decide when I wake up on Monday. If not, and then I'll tell my boss, you know what, I'm not coming in today. Okay, I need an extra day off from the BS I had to deal with on Saturday. Okay, so I'm done. I'm sorry, this epic rant is going on a little bit long, but I just had to vent a little bit because it really just pissed me off. Okay, and another thing with which Howard told me, which I already suspected anyway. Okay, we were running that job, just me and Howard, the guy with no print experience. Okay, and meanwhile, he's over there with 5 other guys over there. Of course, they can knock out the jobs they got to do with 5 people in the print shop, 5 or 6 people in that print shop, and we with only 2. I only count me as 1 because Howard doesn't have any real print experience, but he helped me the best that he could. Okay, and if Nelson, the guy we're working with, was there, we'd have probably knocked it out a little bit faster, probably about 2 hours faster, because Nelson's experienced with collate and stuff like that. Like me, he could have knocked it out fast. We probably would have knocked it out probably in about 2 hours less time, probably. But like I said, I had to take the help that I had because Howard was there. He was there and he came in and he didn't have to do it, because if he didn't come in, I'd probably still been there putting the books together. Okay, as it was. So hey, I take the help that I get, and like I said, don't bitch to me about what's unacceptable. Okay, you take the help you get. You asked me for help, I gave you help, but don't bitch about the manner in which I help you. Okay, you just take the help and shut up. Okay, and I'm done as far as that. And I'm gonna tell Robin, she calmed me down a little bit and tell me, that don't let him get to you, and I'm gonna take her advice. I'm not gonna, after this video, I'm not gonna try not to think about it at all. Okay, and although I may vent when I see Nelson again on Monday, I may vent, but I'm gonna try for the most part put this behind me. But I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna say, listen, okay, I'm gonna have her face when I see her face to face, because I was just talking to her on the phone, and like I said, she calmed me down a lot. And she and she did say thank you for coming in and helping on your day off. And I said, okay, okay. Like I said, I was trying to be a team player. Like they're always whining to people to be team players, and then they still got the nerve to whine at me. Okay, and after all, basically this guy wasted 7 hours on the job that could have been put towards the job. He wasted almost 3 hours last night. Okay, which made it a total bust. And then he wasted about 4.5 hours today because I couldn't start running the job till he see the proof copy, which I could have done on Friday. Okay, but he wasted 7 hours. But he's whining to me about this is unacceptable. Please, I got 2 words for your unacceptable right there. Okay, that's for your unacceptable. Okay, and you know who you are, you son of a bitch. Okay, okay, so screw you. Okay, and I'm not gonna think about this anymore. Okay, I'm gonna finish eating and look at a few videos and stuff and go to sleep. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that epic rant. This is trepacer saying so long and take care. How was your Saturday?